Buenos tardes. Yo espero tú es bien. Mi nombre es Buddha, and I'm back again with another video because it's been a lot of transitions. There's been a lot of changes, and I just wanted to give a general update about where this tech and like career stuff is going. So last time I made a video was when I just came back because I was in Ecuador last year. Then I came back to Florida. And the last video I made, I believe I was outside on the deck, and I was showing you guys. But I'll show you guys this. You guys are gonna crack up. But I was showing you guys all the like laptops I have, right? And so now I have a lot more laptops. That will show at the end. But the first big news, general life update. Came to Florida. After that, my girlfriend wanted to see her family, so I dropped her off to see her family. Then I went to Philadelphia for my birthday on December 28th, and I came back to Florida in January. And in that time, there's been a lot of different changes. So the first thing, I graduated from CyberNow Labs. Now, shout out to CyberNow Labs, because majority of my tech journey, obviously the start of it, has been spent alone in my room just studying by myself, right? But I joined CyberNow Labs, which is a cyber training program, and I was with them since September. So even when I was in Ecuador, dealing with all that blackout stuff, I was still with CyberNow Labs. I started as a cyber team lead, and then after that role kind of got shifted. So then I became like a normal student, or a normal student. So I graduated like 2 weeks ago. Today is February 7th, right? So I graduated, and they actually asked me to do a speech, and I felt so privileged. I guess that Richard, the guy at the time who was kind of like picking the people, they picked me and Andrea. Shout out to Andrea as well. They picked her because we were always the ones who were kind of speaking to people, engaging with people, motivating people, just helping out people any way we can. So at the end, we did like a 5-minute speech, which was beautiful. And also, you know how when people graduate from high school, they'd be like, the best, the most likely to do this, or the most stylish, right? So they had all these different like nominations that other people in my cohort were like voting for, right? And like I got voted for like 3. And I believe like it was back to back. It got to the point I got voted for so much stuff that they was like, nah, we got to give it to someone else because it's not even fair. Like this guy, he's out here winning all of them. Like I felt like Kendrick. If anyone is if anyone is following Kendrick, he just won like 5 or 6 Grammys for the song of the year, or whatever. I felt like that, you know. So it was just a really beautiful experience. Yeah, much love to all my CyberNow Labs family. You guys, you guys will always be in my story because you guys were the start and the most pivotal transition in my story. So yeah, much love to everyone there, like the mentors, everyone in my team, from the Sec Plus to the CDSA. And yeah, they taught us a lot. The main things at the CDSA, like the hands-on training, they taught us Jira and Proofpoint for ticketing. And then they taught us Sentinel-1, Q Radar, and Proofpoint. And so the next thing is, right, actually, one of the guys who I was in CyberNow Labs with, he got me this new role as a cybersecurity specialist at his like company, right? And it's crazy because I keep telling people this, you never know who you're around, right? And in my new company, they use Proofpoint as well, and they use Jira as well. And it was trippy because I remember I was going through the training. Oh, they like sent me this laptop too. I'll like show you guys it in a bit. But in the training I was doing, they were making me do the Jira training. I'm like, yo, this is surreal because CyberNow Labs was just teaching me Jira, and now I'm working this job in tech and I'm learning Jira. And plus, one of my teammates, he used like a Proofpoint as well, so I was asking him if I could help him with that stuff. But yeah, much like so much gratitude. That's why I always say, like, show up your best, because I didn't even like at first. I was just hopping on the SOC shifts. A SOC is a security operations center. So it's like the center where all of the different like tickets and all of the different incidents kind of show up for people, and then the SOCs kind of like analyze it, sift through it, write documentation on it, basically to take all those data points and basically make it make sense, right? That's what SOC analysts do, and that's what CyberNow Labs was grooming us for, right? And they had me as a SOC shift lead for a bit, so every morning from like 5 to 8, I would just hop on and then I would train the different tools. They said do it. They call it a health check, right? When you check the tools that you will be using for the day and like you're studying that stuff. So I would just hop on. It was me and this one other guy, right? And lo and behold, that one other guy is the guy who got me my new role. So infinite gratitude. And just always show up and do your best, because you really never know who you're around. Like visually, physically, you never know what blessing is around the next corner. So I was telling, what's your Miriam? Is it Miriam? Miriam, shout out to Miriam. I dedicate this video to both Miriams. I was speaking to her earlier. Well, I'm gonna go back to that. But I was speaking to her earlier. I was telling her like you really never know, because she was talking. We're starting this new thing, and she was talking about, yeah, I'm like a bit like more introverted. I don't think I should like this camera stuff they asking about. I'm not sure about it. I'm like, sis, literally all of the physical and digital opportunities I've gotten has been from being around people, showing up, talking like swell, dressing swell, smelling like just everything, right? Because when you step out into the world, or when you step out into the digital world, how you represent yourself. All right, so people would say, oh, people shouldn't judge people by appearance. That's not good. But we're mammals. I'm sorry. That's what like God designed us to do, right? So if you show up your best, and not only you look good, but you actually have good energy and you're smart as well, a lot of doors are going to open up for you. So never be shy to get on that camera, or never be shy to sit in the front of the class or the lecture. Just always be, because opportunities will come to you. I'm telling you, like this is, I got to stress this, because even when I was working at the hub at Office Logic in Miami, Florida, right? The only reason I got that role is because I look good. Well, not the only reason. I dressed well. Like when I stepped into the ladies' office, she's like, "Yo, you look like you should be in the GQ magazine." And then, I think I gave that story, but I'll give a part of it. So I was going there because I was into the blockchain stuff, and my friend, he had a blockchain event there, right? But then it's like a tech co-working space. So I was like, I just wanted to stay there to just soak up everything. And then I was asking her, are they open on weekends? And she's like, no, we're not open on weekends now, but we're looking for someone who could do it. And I was just going to do a solo dolo. I was just going to just do it, like just be in the front, just doing it. But he's like, no, we could like, it could actually be like a job. I'm like, oh, cool, I would do it. And then she's like, yeah, like you could just hop on. So literally just me networking and talking and just being in the right place at the right time. And I'm talking good, I'm looking good. Opportunities open up. So yeah, I actually gotta go going back there. Shout out to Noel. If you're in Florida, go to the hub at Office Logic in Biscayne Boulevard near the Adrian Center. If you're in tech, a wonderful space, business-minded people, tech-minded people, AI-minded people, wonderful people over there. So shout out to them. But that opportunity came from, I didn't even think I was be speaking this much, but I feel like this is important stuff. This is important stuff, because I feel like everyone, I was like, oh, I want to get into tech, I want to get to this, but you really have to put in the energy. Like you genuinely have to hit the pavement. Like when I was in Florida here last time, I have videos from my old channel. I'll put them on this channel as well. I was going to these hackathons like it was, I don't even know, like it was. Like I was going to the places I shouldn't even have been in. Like literally, I snuck into places I shouldn't have been in, because that's how hungry I was, right? So all these opportunities that are coming to me, I'm gonna enjoy them thoroughly because I know how much energy I put towards it. But I'm gonna check. So I graduated from Cybernet Labs, and I have to give much love to Cybernet Labs. And next to that, so this internship. So it's a company, we do consulting for government, technology consulting for government agencies, right? So all these different government agencies, they have like a whole list of them. They basically help them be more tech savvy, more tech like up to date, because the government, it's a lot of paperwork, it's a lot of bureaucracy, it's a lot of acronyms, it's a lot. But, so I'm basically as a cybersecurity specialist intern now, and with the managers, they still kind of see what manager to put me under. And autonomy is a beautiful thing. Like, and it's crazy to even speak about this, because it's almost like a dog, or no, let me give that one. It's almost like when you get something better, you didn't even realize how bad you had it. Right, so I had jobs. For example, I was working at Amazon, right, and they clocked. Well, I drove Amazon in a truck, and I was in Amazon in like the actual Amazon warehouse, right. And in both of those instances, they track everything. They track your phone, they track the truck, they have you on camera, and when you're inside, and literally they track every single thing, right. So if you're off for a second, you're chopped. Even in Ecuador, me and my friend, shout out to Margaret. Shout out to Margaret. I hope Margaret's watching this video. But yeah, me and my friend Margaret, during the political season, we had all these different political jobs. At that point, she had like 2-3 political jobs, making mad money, just doing calls on the phone. She was making mad money, but they track her every minute. They track her every second. Like, and then I like, when I was having the blackouts in Ecuador, one of those roles I lost because I just wasn't showing up, and like the time wasn't right. But they track every single thing. So even taking like a 5-minute break or a 10-minute break is like you're in risk of being fired, and it's crazy because I feel like that's normalized so much that you don't even realize how weird it is until you're given autonomy. So like with the job I started now, right? I just got in the habit, like I'm like, yeah, I'm going on break this time. Hey, I'm back from break this time. Hey, I'm clocking out today. And then my manager was like, bro, like relax. Like you don't gotta update me. Like it's really like I hop on and like we hop on in the meeting in the morning, and then we say what we did the day before. We say what we're gonna do that day, and then we go work, and then that's it. Like no one is over here checking in you, micromanaging, none of that. Like in this. It's like I'm still like learning because it's I know it just seems like a job, but it really boils down to like a psychological and emotional and a mental kind of like virus that I feel like normal traditional micromanagement jobs give us. They don't give you the independence to do what you want with your time. You know, they don't like give you that freedom and that autonomy to choose how you want your schedule. And I think this is the thing about tech that a lot of people miss. Like, oh, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of autonomy, bro. Like, forget the money. The autonomy is what's needed. And shout out to Amani, right? Shout out to Amani. I hope she's watching this video. But she inspired me to get in tech like years ago. And she was telling me that. She's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, I just hop on a meeting on like Monday, and then I hop on a meeting on Friday, and I tell them how it went, and then I just do my own thing. And she travels the world. And I'm like, what? You hop on like two, 3 meetings in a week, and you're traveling where? like I was still trying to, and I'm just now, since I'm getting deeper into the industry, I'm kind of getting a understanding of like what that actually is. And of course, like she's been in the industry for like a decade, so she can move around like freaking like a cloud if she wants. But and I'm just notice this in like my 2 weeks with the job, I could honestly say even as an internship, it's better than 90% of jobs I had. No, actually all of the jobs. Not even 90. Better than all of the jobs I have combined, actually. So I'm very grateful. And in 3 and 6 months, they'll see if I could go on as a full-time employee. 9 times out of 10, yeah, because I'm giving as much energy to this stuff as feasibly. But I'm maxing it out. I'm maxing out because this is like an opportunity I've been waiting for since like ever. So I'm maxing out. So yeah, anyway, graduated from CyberNet Labs, started this new role as a cybersecurity specialist. And I started with these 2 cool organizations, and my next few weeks, bro, are about to be packed to the point where I'm gonna be breathing tech. I'm gonna be like drinking tech. I'm gonna be sleeping. I'm gonna be dreaming tech. Like cyber is gonna be in my veins, bro. When people say they want to get into cyber, all they have to do is just like come near me, and my aura will automatically get them in tech. That's how deep in tech I'm going to be in. So I started with this one organization called Blacks in Cybersecurity, right? And it's focused on helping Black people get into tech. And I gotta really look into this statistic, but it say overall in the tech industry, Black people make up 7%. All right, no. This song, I'm playing my Ecuadorian music. I miss Ecuador, but let me stay poised. But anyway, it says 7% of Black people are in the tech industry, and I'm like, that doesn't even sound right. That doesn't even sound proper, right? And it's like I still don't believe it. Like I still want to see how did they get those statistics? Because I guess it's like whatever we focus on grows. Since I have so much like people I follow on social media that are in Black and tech, I just assume like everyone I see online, they're Black and they're in tech, so we're a lot. No, we're not. I'm sorry, Rod. That's the statistic. We're 7%. So the job of, well, not the job, but the vision. Oh, I'm gonna tag the woman who my bad. I'm not giving her everything. I'm gonna tag the woman who created it because she started with the vision. I think her name is. I don't know. I'll give her a link in like the description so you guys can follow her and like the organization. Anyway. They're training Black people to get in deeper into tech, and it's beautiful because like even on my LinkedIn, it's so interesting, honestly, because it's just interesting. Like this, even the types of conversation you do or don't have based upon the environment you are or aren't in. It's just interesting to me because yeah. So starting with Blacks in Cybersecurity, they're going to be training us for the next several weeks, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. And like, especially helping like more Black people just get into the space, because it's like I feel like there's so much blessings, there's so much opportunity, there's so much autonomy. Going back to what I was saying before, there's so much autonomy, right? There's so much beautiful things that we could do in this industry. It's just like either I feel like I'm not sure which it is. I'm not sure if the industry is actually biased and prejudiced and racist. I don't think that's the case though. I really don't think, like I genuinely don't think that's the case. I think it's just our people these things aren't being shown, right? These ideas, these frameworks, these languages, they aren't being shown as much. And I feel like it's important for these things to be shown so our people could be properly educated. It's probably both. It's probably because I gotta watch The Coded Bias. It's like a documentary. I haven't watched it myself, but my friend recommended it to me. The woman did like a study on how like these how basically AI is being, the data set they're teaching the AI with is by default like prejudice or racist by default, because the data set is from people that don't look like you. Example, I was on ChatGPT months ago, and then I was like, draw me an image of me based upon everything you know about me. I might link that post in this this YouTube so you can see it. But anyway, it made me, and it had SOC analysts, it had the keyboard, it had the stuff I was studying. It had all the stuff I was studying, but it was a white man. And I'm like, why does ChatGPT think I'm a white guy? Because that's what his data set was trained on. That's what the data set was trained on. What do you expect? So there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to clear up there. And I feel like people generally have the best intent, honestly, because there's people on both sides who have opened doors for me, right? I had white people open plenty of doors for me. I had Black people open plenty of doors for me. But we have to see that these data sets and like the way that our people are underrepresented, there is an issue. There is an issue, and everyone needs to speak about it. We need everyone to speak about it. We need the Asians to speak about it. We need the Black people to speak about it. We need the white people to speak about it. We need everyone to come together and be like, why is this? Why does ChatGPT think I'm white? That's a genuine question. Like, why does ChatGPT think I'm white? When I tell ChatGPT to make an image of me, why does it picture me as like a white man? Because I don't know, because the data sets were trained from a specific knowledge group that is very isolated and that like only has like a silo in it, which I get. But anyway, Blacks in Cyber, the job is to help more Black people get into tech, and I'm very grateful to be a part. There we go. I'm very grateful to be a part of them. And then another one. Round two, I should have had this stand. I don't know why I was holding the phone in my hand. Anyway, the other thing I joined is Diversity Cyber Council, and it kind of has a very similar job or view as Blacks in Cyber, just helping people just get into the industry from very diverse backgrounds. And this goes back to what I was speaking about earlier. I was on the phone with Miriam earlier, this lady from Creé, and she's a part of Diversity Cyber Council, because one of our starting tasks was to reach out to other team members. So we just hopped on the call and we were just kind of explaining why do we want to get deeper into tech and our experience so far and where we plan on going. Shout out to her. I'm gonna give her LinkedIn as well, because she's coming from the medical. She's in the medical industry, but she wants to merge cybersecurity with the medical industry. And for those of you who don't know, when hackers hack organizations, the medical industry is at the top of the rank because they just get a lot more. It's a lot more valuable to people with harmful ideas, because there's all this personal information, all this medical information. There's a lot there, so they usually attack the medical institutions first. So her having experience in the medical industry, she wants to be on the cyber side to kind of help these breaches from always happening. So with with the Cybersecurity Specialist intern role, I'm working from 8 to 1 or 2 p.m., right? And then I could shift my hours depending upon what I have to do, if need be. That's the other thing, autonomy. Autonomy. I might get it tattooed on me. That's my favorite word now. But and then with Blacks in Cybersecurity and Diversity Cyber Council, they have meetings in the afternoon and the evening. So when I say my schedule will be packed, I'm packed out. Even shout out to my roommate Ocean. I was telling him about this stuff. He's like, bro, and I think he's in his 50s or his 60s. He was like, bro, I love how focused you are. He's like, I don't even think I've met another human being as focused as you. Like, I love that. And I was like, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, because I've definitely been putting as much energy as I can to gradually achieve my my goals. So my focus now, just like gradually, but I have a lot of aspirations, but I gotta do things like a step by step, day by day. But one thing I do know, personal branding. I will be sharing a lot more videos here, and I will be sharing a lot more on my LinkedIn. That's a fact, because I have to, because I'm realizing we're at the point where it's not a luxury you cannot have. Like, to me, a personal brand is like minimum now. If you don't, I don't know what to say, honestly, because a personal brand, I feel like that's what helps people swim when everyone else is sinking. Because especially now, things are getting interesting. I'm not a very political person. I'm not going to get into politics, but a lot of things are changing, and a lot of things are getting a bit more intricate to get into, right? That's why I always recommend people do your best to just like share as much as you can, learn as much as you can, help out everyone you can, network, like maximize it, maximize your opportunity, maximize your time, because you never know what tomorrow will hold. You never know the opportunity you have today, you might lose it tomorrow, or vice versa, you know? So I'm just like doing my best. A lot I have to catch up on. Like after this, like my LinkedIn, bro, if I were to show you my LinkedIn is packed, like packed from like Cybernaut Labs, Diversity Cyber Council, Blacks In, like packed, son. Like honestly, like I think LinkedIn is the only thing that could like survive, because I don't even have time to search the other stuff no more. And plus, I feel like LinkedIn, I like it because it's more motivating to me, right? Because all the people I have on LinkedIn, they're definitely cyber focused and tech focused people. So it's more motivating seeing everyone to get their like their CompTIA and like their certifications, and like they're graduating here. Everyone is in college. Everyone is in the boot camp. Everyone is in like, and I know it's social media, right? I know, and we have hardships, right? But me, it could go both ways, because sometimes you can see everyone doing things and you feel less than, kids like, oh, I'm not achieving the same thing. But at the same time, you can view it as, oh, everyone is achieving this stuff. Let me get on my grind, right? So you can view it both ways, and I've felt both ways, but I feel like, nah, LinkedIn I feel better. I'm sorry. LinkedIn I feel better. I can't lie. I was watching this video yesterday, because I got to get more into my LinkedIn branding, and the guy was just kind of explaining the history of LinkedIn and how like it's all these ghost jobs and like is making jobs so bad and so cringe. And I'm like, it's cringe. Okay, well, if cringe is gonna make me, it's gonna make me bank. I don't care how cringe it is, son. But that's that's all I gotta say. But I forgot, like I didn't have a whole other part. Honestly, if you watch this long, I appreciate you, because you taking the time out of your day. You could be doing anything else. You're here listening to this random guy in his room talk about tech and laptops and stuff. So I appreciate it. But anyway, I want to show you my. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh when you see this. Wait up. I just want to make sure everything is looking spick and span, so I could show you. Wait up. All right. So remember last time? I forgot the last video. I think I had like 8 laptops I'll show you guys now, right? Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 laptops, a tablet, and a desktop. So like 15 computers in all, you could say. So let me on. So I don't use all these, right? This is my main love right here, my main driver, my OG, my OG when my OG died over there, my OG over there died. So this OG, like, all right, so he was the lieutenant, right? And he got sick, and I'm like, damn, I got to go to war. So this lieutenant changed his whole lifestyle for me. So this is a MacBook, 2013, and it's running like Cali. You can see the specs there. You know, I got a couple things playing. I actually got my music playing on here too. Shout out to Tierra Canela, like a Ecuadorian band I've been listening to. And then, ooh, look at that. You know what that say? What's the ThinkPad, bro? ThinkPad, think better. All right, so this is my ThinkPad. This is actually my work laptop. So they're actually probably they probably listen to me now. Anyway, this is my work laptop. So that's like a couple of stuff I was studying there. I'm studying like LLMs and stuff like that. This, I actually made a video on this before, but it was too long. Cause like with these, I'm like, this is off the top of the head. Like this stuff won't probably be edited most likely. But yeah, I got this specifically for Cybernaut Labs, the company I was with and I just graduated from. I I had issue where this laptop, since it's running like Linux, of course, it couldn't connect to their VPN, the virtual private network, right? To connect to all their different tools. So I bought an entirely new laptop for Cybernet Labs, right? So in my head, this is a Cybernet Labs laptop. And this was the first time being back on Windows since I left Windows, basically. That was like, what, 3-4 years ago? I don't even know. I really should go back on my notes to see, like, when did I start with the Linux stuff? Yeah, it had to be like 3-4 years ago, I think. Anyway, so this is running like Windows like 11, and it's interesting because it's I got it for $200 actually. But the keyboard, I realized for me, it's important to have the Control and Alt and the Control and Alt on both sides, because this thing is running i3, right? Which is a wait, could I? Yeah, all right, well, maybe see if I can show you guys this real quick. Could I? Okay. Could you guys see that? Well, anyway. So with i3, right, it's a tiling Windows manager. Let me go to new screen. Let me go to new screen. So, all right, so I'm on the main screen, right? Can you guys see this? You guys can see. Oh yeah, I'm on my main screen, right? And I can press Control Enter to start. Oh, you guys can see it. Well, I can press Control Enter to start a new terminal, right? And if I want to start a new one, I just press it again, and it pops up a different terminal there, right? So I could do like a fast fetch, right? So I could do multiple terminals. So I could pop up that terminal. I could do, right, what? Let's see, Cal, right? Let's look at the calendar. So I have this terminal doing that, and I have this terminal that shows me the fast fetch of what I'm running. I have this terminal show me a calendar, and I could exit. I could create like infinite of these, like infinite, right? And I can exit them just as quickly as I created them, right? But the thing is, this is a MacBook, so like it doesn't have the keys to switch as easily, right? So anyway, I might do an entire video on i3 and tiling Windows managers. If you're starting with Linux, bro, look into tiling Windows managers like now, like ASAP. But what else? Yeah, so this is my main driver, work laptop, Cybernet Labs laptop. And the thing I've also started to do that's kind of off topic, but I've created, can I get it? Yeah, so I've created like, there's these different books I use for every job or laptop. So, for example, this laptop has a dedicated notebook where all the notes from my job I put in my notebook and on the laptop, right? So it has a dedicated book. This one for Diversity Cyber Council and Blacks in Cyber, I have a notebook for that as well. This one, I had a notebook for, no, actually the notebook for Cybernet Labs, Diversity Cyber Council, and Blacks in Cyber, it's the same notebook. But anyway, I'm getting in the habit of every laptop relates to a different job, and every notebook relates to that. So every laptop should have its own notebook that relates to that specific job or task, if you get what I'm saying. All right, this is funny. Actually, let me stop. Let me stop the music real quick. Wait, no, where's it at? Let's see. Come on. No, come on. Where you at? How do you even get? I'm stuck. There we go. All right, cool. We about to go. You about to go old school with you, son. So this is a Windows. I think this is, what is it? Vista. Wait, no. Where's it at? Come on. You gonna play? Come on, son. Oh. Y'all know where we going. This is old school right here. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is. So I love computers because it's almost like a time capsule. I actually forgot where I got this, but it's running like old stuff, like as iTunes, and it also has like LimeWire. I forgot where I got this, but you see, it has like LimeWire, all this old stuff, right? And it's almost like a time capsule to what the guy was like doing at the time. So yeah. Then this is my Chromebook. Chromebook, they actually forked the Gentoo kernel, I believe, or they forked Gentoo, and Gentoo is a distro of Linux, right? So I was trying to make this back into Linux, but this model for some reason doesn't allow it. So I don't know, I just kind of have it on the side, really. This one, Windows, has the keyboard is messed up and the screen is messed up, so it's kind of hard to do anything, so I gotta fix that. This one, screen messed up. We'll get you back one day. So this is my OG. This is what transitioned me to Windows to Linux. Right now, the issue was I accidentally took the bootloader and the kernel and I put it in the wrong location. And now to put it back is a very complex process. And I'm still trying to figure it out because I have a lot of information on this. Like my old pictures, just like my old, like it's like me, like old stuff from my like past life. I don't really have nowhere else or in this laptop. So I gotta bring it back somehow. Actually, probably I could talk to find someone in tech who like does this stuff for like a living, who could like get data from like hard drives and all that stuff. These are my favorites right here. This like Windows XP, Windows XP. They're both running Windows XP, and like I showed them last time, but they have a ton of ports which I love, and so these are my favorite. Actually, I'm thinking about transitioning this to There's such a stuff in the background. It's gonna be in it. I'm thinking about transitioning this to a Bodhi Linux or Puppy Linux. Is it Puppy Linux? Because they have these different Linux distros that work on older laptops. But then again, I might just switch it to Arch or Black Arch or Pen2 if it could handle it. But it's a pretty old laptop. Like it's from 2005. So I'm gonna try to update it. Also, I wanted to say, I tried before I got this laptop, right? I brought like every single one of these other laptops to like 3 different tech stores in Florida, right? And the guy was like, well, both of the brothers was like, brother, like, honestly, just buy a new laptop because to even get the battery fixed on one costs $80. To get the screen fixed costs $120. And he was like, bro, like it's not even worth it, like genuinely. So I'm at an interesting point where if I bring it to a guy to fix it, it's gonna cost me an arm and leg. So I'm thinking when I have free time, whenever I have time to blow and money to blow, whatever, I'll just kind of like tinker on a weekend and get these stuff fixed myself. Because that's why I bought this like a new laptop. Because he said like the same money you would spend fixing these old laptops, it's not worth it. Just buy an entirely new one. So that's what I did. So these are just kind of my take. I guess this could also be considered like my home lab, right? It's funny because everyone in tech is always like, oh, make a home lab, right? Go in VirtualBox, get Kali, Windows, and Metasploitable, make a home lab, right? And back in the day, this used to be the home lab, right? Before we had VirtualBox, before we had all these like hypervisors to like emulate different operating systems so we could like attack, you actually had to have like an actual system to attack, right? So I'm thinking my Kali, and I'm thinking this is gonna this is gonna be the one I beat up. This is my Cat Kali. This is running Windows. This is gonna be the one I just beat up as like a test dummy, right? Just because, right? Because it's running Windows, and Windows is what people usually exploit, right? So this is running my Kali, so I'll be using this computer to attack this kind of like computer. That's basically my my like idea behind it. But yeah, I gotta turn this other boy off. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I gotta go back to my Terra Canela. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's starting it over? All right, bet. All right. But yeah, those are those. Whatever. The screen, whatchamacallit. A second. One, I'll show you guys that already. So, and then, all right. So this, I gotta. This is the first computer I ever interacted with. Like, this is the computer my mom bought when I think I was like 7 or 9 or something like that. So when I get this booted up, the memories from this are gonna be crazy. Especially with like seeing how far I'm going in tech, to have the experience of your first interactions with computers, to go back to that is gonna be a surreal experience. And I'm probably gonna make a video on it because I was so young. Like back in the day, I just used to play like video games. That's all I did, right? But just to even be able to see that, I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like it's technology. People be like, oh yes, it's a computer, doesn't matter. But if you think about it, like really think about this, right? The amount of time you spend on your phone and the amount of time you spend on your computer, they're an extension of you. At this point, it's an extension of us because we put so much time and energy into it. We have so much, our businesses on there, our friends are on there, with relationships. Like, imagine you were to just go. I've actually been doing this myself because my phone has been a bit like overpowering me. So I've been doing this experiment where I only use my laptops, right? Because I feel like I have a bit more peace of mind. And it's crazy because phone addiction is a serious thing. Like I was on the phone with Schwab, my bank, and I was telling the guy, because you have to do the multi-factor authentication, I was asking the guy, I'm like, how could I do this without touching my phone? Because I went like, when I'm working, I don't touch my phone. Like when I'm working, everything is off. I'm not touching my phone, nor the laptop. I'm just only working, right? Because I'm very adamant with just giving like as much energy towards that one thing, right? But the phone addiction is real, and it's real. Like I love technology, but please go touch grass. Like me. I was talking to the guy Schwab earlier, like at the Schwab. He was like, "Yeah, man, people never touch grass. Like it's important." But I was in the park earlier, so please, regardless of how much I love this tech stuff, please make sure that your mental health and your emotional health and you're earthing, you're meditating, you're exercising, you're eating fruit. Please make sure that's the first thing, because I feel like that's a huge part of me that a lot of my tech friends haven't seen because I haven't spoke about it much. But majority of my time is really just health and like spirituality. That's my root, right? That's how I could go fully deep into tech and not lose myself, because I know like I spend enough time with myself, like building myself up, right? So make sure meditating, breathwork, exercise, fruit, journaling, praying, everything, right? But yeah, I just had to add that because I love tech, but I love nature, fruit, and natural things just as much. The last thing. So this laptop, oh no, yeah. So yeah, this oh no, I forgot. This is not the laptop. So these are my main drivers here. This laptop, I don't have the cord for. This laptop, I have the cord for, but the screen is broke. But it has a CD slot, so I can play music on it, even though the screen is broke. But this, I gotta get the. These ones are thick. Like you see how thick these ones are, bro? But then this one over here, it's a tablet. My roommate actually gave me. It's running Windows something. And then this laptop here, I don't have. I think it works. I think it works because I brought it to the store and the guy plugged it. It works. I just don't have the. I don't think I have the cord. That's like my general tech life update, man. Now this is just raw off the top. Like this is not even going to be edited. So how you see this is how you get you get this, right? But if you have any videos you would like me to make, or you have any topics you want me to speak about, please tell me, because I'm really here to share my experience and share my passion and my love. So anything that could help you best be a better version of you in regards to tech, just let me know. I definitely have a couple things planned. Maybe I really want this channel to be more so cybersecurity, of course. Also, I'm realizing I like lower level stuff. Like I was speaking to one of my coworkers. She's making shout out to her, man. She's like making a game and she's in college and she's doing all this game dev stuff. Shout out to her. But Mackenzie, I probably tag her as well. But yeah, she's making all these games and she's talking about C and C++ because that's the stuff that she's learning to build her game. And I like lower level programming. Like I like assembly in C. Like even a couple nights ago, I was reading a book about assembly language, because I think, all right, so assembly language, for those of you who don't know, right? Binary, right? The ones and zeros. 0 stands for electrical signal off, 1 stands for electrical signal on, right? Simple, right? So the binary system is what builds every single video, image, sound, every single thing you see in a digital format stems from binary. So binary is like the center of all of that. And assembly language is the lowest level you get before machine language. So machine language is like 10001 or 1000. Like it's like basically like these like digits, right? Over and over. And each of those ones correspond to a different instruction for the CPU to do, the central processing unit, right? And assembly language, what we did, we created mnemonics, right? Which are basically human letters that represent an actual binary instruction for the CPU to do. So instead of typing like this isn't exact, this is an example. Instead of typing like 010000, you would type MOV, which stands for move, right? So it'll move a specific digit from one part of the CPU to another part of the CPU. And this is how literally the song that's playing in the background, you hear it? Binary. Like everything, even the pixels on the screen, the pixels on your screen, binary, right? Everything is binary, like all of it like stems from the binary, right? And assembly language is the lowest level before machine language, which is like usually binary. So assembly language was a way for human beings to abstract the ones and zeros, right? And it was a beautiful step forward. But now we went from like assembly language, we went from binary, machine code, assembly language, then C. They used to actually call the They used to call the C programming language high level assembly, right? Because you could still access the lower level CPU stuff and understand what kind of understand what the CPU is doing, right? And then after that, in modern day, we got even more abstract with stuff like Python and JavaScript, which is so far away from what the actual CPU is doing that you don't even know what the actual CPU is doing. And no, assembly language, unless you're a reverse engineer or a malware analyst or a embedded engineer, you don't need to know assembly for work. If you're looking for a job, I would not recommend assembly at all. But if you're looking to understand and respect, I would recommend assembly. I would recommend everyone to start out with assembly because you understand where we came from. I feel like in tech, a lot of people, we're doing such great things, AI this, DeepSeek that, ChatGPT this, right? But you don't even know what your CPU is doing. You know that your game and framework is working, right? But you don't know like what it's actually doing. And I don't know. I feel like it's very therapeutic. I always say it's very therapeutic for me to learn the lower level stuff because I respect the higher level stuff. And if you know how to program in assembly, if you move to C and Python, you're gonna program like a monk. You're gonna be like your programming. I guarantee you, your programming skills are gonna be so pristine. There's not gonna be like the likelihood of you getting a bug is like slim, right? But in modern day, if we just hop on ChatGPT, like make me a Python script that scrapes this entire like web site, ChatGPT prints it out, copy paste, we do it. That's beautiful. It's beautiful that we could do that. Like I'm grateful. Of course, we're going to keep doing that. But I feel like it's also worth it to me to take out time to really understand what the CPU is doing, because I feel like I hope you get what I'm saying. Look, we're going to have this conversation again because I feel like assembly language is something that should be spoken about more and highlighted more. But yeah, assembly language, Linux. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Damn, 40 minutes, whatever. So assembly language. No, I want to say Linux. So I have to still get my CompTIA Sec Plus. I didn't get it yet because I had a couple family obligations I had to focus on. But I'm gonna get my CompTIA Sec Plus, and after that, there's two routes I could take. Right, my Pentest Plus and my Linux Plus by CompTIA, and I'm going down the ethical hacking, penetration testing, red teaming path, right? Because I feel like it's just interesting. But also, my home base is Linux. Like majority of my experience and what made tech more interesting to me is Linux. If it were not for Linux, I would not be making this video. Facts. Linux, like when I was on Windows, tech was boring to me, genuinely. Like not boring to me, but it wasn't as like, it's like so boring. Like it wasn't as interesting, but Linux made it interesting to me, right? So either red teamer or Linux admin, right? I'm like a fork in the road, guys. I'm gonna need your advice, right? Because I was speaking to one of my mentors, I guess you could say, and then he was saying, you got to think about what you want to do. Like the certification you're going to get, you got to think about it very smart, right? And then he was saying like, it's sometimes good to have a skill set that's a bit outside of your norm. But to me, cyber is out of my norm. To me, Linux is my home. All right, so let's like, so say I'm in Philly, right? Philly is my home. And say going to New York, I learned more, like, cause I'm actually from Philly and I actually went to New York. But anyway, so Philly is like Linux, right? My home base. That's where I feel like comfortable at. And I explore New York and I'm like, yo, New York is so cool. Like, say I'm into Linux and I come over here to the cyber side. I'm like, yo, this is so cool. Like, and then I just see how it relates and how it's different. And I appreciate Linux more, right? So the thing is, the question is, do I double down on what I'm comfortable at and build at my home, or do I explore and venture to new areas and expand myself to a new realm that I also respect? Because I respect New York. They fashionable, honestly. I respect pen testers. I do. I respect them. I respect all of that. So yeah, it's just stuff I have to think about. But I just wanted to share more of my thought process. I may learn how to edit. If you watched to this long, I love you. This is 40 minutes, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I'm very excited. I'm very passionate. I'm very grateful. Thank you to everyone in Cyber Now Labs, in Blacks in Cybersecurity, in Diversity Cyber Council, in Relock Group Inc. Thank you all. Everyone, every single person, even before that, every single person that has helped me get further on my tech journey. I remember you all. Like, I really do. I remember it vividly. And I'll make you all proud, definitely. If you help me on my journey, I guarantee a year, 2, 3, 5 down the line, like, yo, I remember when I was helping Bit Buddha, he was just getting in the industry, he didn't know anything, and I was like, I the one that put it on. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. You were the one that put me on. You were the one that taught me when I didn't remember. You were the one that put me on. I can say that. I'm gonna try to tag as many people as I could remember. But yeah, much love, much abundance, much prosperity. Until next time, this is Bit Buddha logging off. Peace.